Hi, this is Bethan Jepson, founder of High Flying Women. I'm coming to you from my house in Cheadle, actually. Basically, I just wanted to record a quick video which talks through the vision for High Flying Women for 2018, because I'm very aware that reading blogs after a hard or stressful day can be quite a lot to ask. So I'm hoping those who don't read the blog do end up watching this video, because I do really want to communicate this message so you all know why we're here and what we're planning this year. So jumping straight into it then, so after spending 2017 focusing on work-life balance, some air quotes for you, and debating what this means and what it looks like for different people, I've come to the easy conclusion that the term is failing us as women. The reason I believe work-life balance does not work for us is because it separates work into a whole different category to the rest of our lives, which assumes that our professional endeavours should be held accountable for consuming our life, which includes, family, personal goals, hobbies, interests, that type of thing. This belief can then lead to us blaming our work and our careers whenever we feel like we haven't got something quite right in our life outside of work, which can be a crucial blocker for women who tend to strive for perfection. So in the end, we reach a point where we feel like something has got to give. So instead of feeling totally out of control and overwhelmed by the many plates we feel like we must spin, I think we should keep it simple and focus on what we can control now, our day-to-day choices. And if there is a balance to consider, then I'd like to look at John Coleman's framework, who he's a contributor to the Forbes Leadership Forum. I did have a diagram to show you on here, but actually it's a mirror image, so it's all backwards. I've attached a picture of it to the email, so you can have a look at that, so you know what I'm talking about. So basically, if you look at the left-hand side of the diagram, where it says work, so this is kind of reflecting the responsibilities in all areas of our lives, such as doing the food shop, dusting, tidying, the school run, tough conversations with employees, sitting through budget meetings, etc. So they're not necessarily fun, but they are the responsibilities we must all assume as adults, parents, workers. However, they do provide fulfilment because they have purpose. They keep our loved ones alive, they keep our businesses alive, our careers alive. They are the responsibilities and obligations that get us out of bed every day. So on the other hand, if you look at the bottom scale of the diagram where it says life, so this reflects the things that we really want to do, and they give us joy. For example, going to the pub with friends, taking the kids to Alton Towers, going on holiday with husbands, wives, and also the elements of work we really love, such as coming up with innovative solutions for client problems perhaps, or leading workshops or mentoring. And these clearly provide fulfilment because they energise us and give us joy. Therefore, if you spend too much time doing work elements, your life feels like you're mostly doing things you must do rather than what you want to do. Perhaps your team at work is underperforming, so you're spending a lot of time having tough conversations and working under pressure. And then you go home and you have to deal with a pile of washing, hoovering, tidying. Then you're experiencing drudgery, which is the top left of that diagram. So it's purposeful, but it's joyless. On the other side of the coin, turning your back on responsibilities and purpose whilst indulging in only what you want to do, and being completely selfish without making any sacrifices whatsoever, you'll be leaning closer to superficiality, which is joyful but really not purposeful at all, which is the bottom right hand square on the diagram. And clearly no purpose and no joy quite simply leads to misery. So ideally we want to put ourselves in the best position possible to flourish and feel the fulfilment that results from both purpose and joy. a balance of purposeful and joyful commitments which we control. So let's keep it really simple. Really, the key is just a case of understanding that when you say yes to things on a day-to-day basis, you are saying no to something else, and vice versa. For example, by saying yes to staying late to help your colleague finish a project, you may be saying no to having dinner with your partner, which is absolutely your choice, and it's as simple as that. Because only we know what matters to us at the end of the day. We know what gives us purpose and what gives us joy. Therefore, it's up to us to define that and allocate our time accordingly. Commit to yourself and those around you through taking the time to develop your skills, your character, and enrich your life with friends, family, relationships, hobbies, and career goals. Shifting the question from, do I have a work-life balance? I.e., do I spend enough time at home in comparison to work? Instead ask yourself, what does fulfillment look like to me? What drives me and gives me that purpose to push on? And what really makes me happy both at work and at home? But also, what means more to me so that, I can make choices with clarity and not feel torn or guilt or anything. Therefore, I encourage everyone to just forget work-life balance. Instead, we should all strive for fulfillment, because when we feel that, we will feel like women who have it all, and we'll never have to ponder over whether we have work-life balance ever again. Our all is defined by us. So this will be our theme for 2018, to have it all. Whether this be career, family, health, relationships, financial freedom, just control of your life, fulfillment, happiness. Pick what resonates with you and add in whatever you damn well please. And aim high. And most of all, ignore what everyone else is saying you should do. And do what you want instead. Strive for the things that you want. Find your all and have it too. Your all will be the definition of success to you. However, really, we are all striving for the same goal, fulfillment made up of purpose and joy. Fundamentally, this way of thinking puts work-life balance to shame because it allows us to get in touch with our core being. It clarifies what our passions and purposes are, which will keep us focused on our long-term goal of having it all, even when times get tough. It gives us the stamina to keep going and commit day in and day out, not just for the week, not just for the month, but for years, and working hard to make that future reality. Understanding that the choices we make every single day matter. This character trait is what Angela Lee Duckworth describes as the key to success: grit. Grit is you making a commitment to yourself because you believe you deserve to have it all. I certainly recommend listening to Angela Lee Duckworth's TED Talk on grit, actually. It's very good. So part of High Flying Women's 2018 mission will be to help you, first of all, define what your all looks like, help you understand why you want those things, and then how to take the steps which will allow you to achieve your all. You will then know with clarity what your passion and purpose is, and therefore fire up the grit inside you that will keep you on the path to achieving your all long term. Members of High Flying Women will be able to explore this at monthly intimate roundtable events where one or two experienced women or women who are leaders will be present to share their experiences. There will also be coaches present to really help you uncover what your all is and how to get it. The other part will be engaging with the business community on a larger scale around elements of how women can have it all with quarterly events. For instance, the first one taking place on the 31st of January will be around the realities of leadership for women, led by Fiona McKay. Fiona is an expert in what it means to be a leader in the corporate world. Not only does Fiona personally coach a number of global CEOs, but she also teaches people how to become leaders. Using her expertise, Fiona will be sharing some of the experiences of the leaders she coaches, whether they've been able to find their all and have it too, as well as what it's really like for a woman to be a leader in the modern world of work and how to prepare for that path. If you're not sure being a leader in the corporate world is for you, then coming to the session could help you figure it out. The interactive part of the session will be focused on feedback, why it's essential for leadership success, how to ask for more feedback, how to recognise when you're not getting useful feedback, and there will also be the opportunity to practice Fiona's teachings in the workshop. If you would like to become a member and therefore be able to take part in our monthly roundtable discussions, then make sure you attend January's The Reality of Leadership for Women event to become admitted into the membership. Or to receive an invite to this event, contact me via LinkedIn, or you can subscribe on the website, which is higherflyingwomenuk.com. And that's it. That's the video. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be shorter than reading it for yourself, but hey, thought I'd give it a go anyway. So yeah, take care. I'll see you all soon, hopefully. Bye.